Hi lovelies, Malene Rosenberg Hansen here, owner and creator of Conscious Cosmetics and Carte Blanche Nails, introducing the Rose Facial Mist. Comes in this blue bottle, so that it's nicely protected from light, and has a mister so that applying it to your face is really not rocket science. If you were anything like me, you kind of knew what a toner was and what it was supposed to do, but secretly wasn't quite sure. And turns out that a toner is used to tighten the skin and firm up the pores, which is especially nice around the nose area where after a certain age, the pores, they tend to widen. Another thing that a toner does, it balances your pH levels on the skin, which really is your first line of defense against blemishes, breakouts, and those kind of things. The third thing that a toner does, it acts as a humectant, and a humectant is an agent that locks in the moisture in the upper layer of your skin or epidermis. Now, of course, I wanted all of these things and thought to add a few extra things to the wish list. Like, I wanted it to be antibacterial so that it effectively gets rid of the bad bacteria on your face so that they don't sit there and do damage overnight. And if you are familiar with my products, you know that I want them to be a pleasure. I want them to give you that moment in a day where you take a couple of deep breaths and the world falls off your shoulders and you come back to center. And that pretty much had me exclude the regular natural ingredients such as witch hazel and alcohol. Alcohol, of course, dries out the skin and at best, and at worst is a cetotoxin, which is an agent that kills your cells and not something you ever want to use, especially on your face. And witch hazel, if you've ever smelled it, kind of smells the opposite of a pleasurable experience. So those excluded, I landed on floral waters, rose and orange blossom to be exact. And if you can just take a moment and imagine the two of them together, should bring a smile to your face. Combined with colloidal silver water, because it's antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, anti-inflammatory, organic aloe vera gel, which ever so gently and beautifully calms down irritated skin, as well as vegetable glycerine, which is the humectant that I was talking about earlier. So there you have it, a pleasure mist in a bottle. Now, how do you use this lovely potion, I hear you think? Well, you wash your face at the end of the day, you take off your makeup, and this is when you apply the facial mist. So you do so before applying your night cream, which in my case, of course, is the Fountain of Youth. And the reason that we do that before is that otherwise the plant butters and the oils and the bit of beeswax that is in the Fountain of Youth would prevent the rose facial mist from being properly absorbed. The other thing that you can use the facial mist for is a hand sanitizer. It is incredibly antibacterial, meaning that it's, of course, ever so more pleasurable and gentle than other commercial hand sanitizer out on the market, which really are just alcohol and fragrance combined. And the last thing I wanted to mention is that the facial mist is incredibly calming. And I know this because my son Simeon used to be a very, very active little boy, and it's his favorite product. He would spray it on his face and on his pillow before going to bed, and it would just, have him drift right off to sleep. So there it is. If you want your own little bottle of joy, go to Conscious-Cosmetics.com, stick it in your cart, go through checkout, and I will ship it straight to your door. Of course, if you're on Bowen Island, let me know and you can come by and we'll make it happen that way. That's it for now. Thanks. Bye.